So we're really sick right now, but we're getting shit done. I have to catch up on like 8 days of videos. I have videos, I just gotta make the YouTube videos and shit. And maybe some TikToks. I don't know, I gotta post all the videos that I have, I guess. But yeah. So I have a few responses from people with DMs for apps and partnerships. So I gotta really focus on that. And then I also have a job offer from someone locally starting at 25 an hour, so I might do that. But if I get a deal with somebody, then I might not do that. Like a deal for apps or whatever. Because if I get $2,000 for building an app that takes me 2 weeks to build, I can keep messaging people and get more apps and pretty much work on my own schedule, do that, and then I'm not committed to a job, so we'll play it by ear, but that's where I'm at. So we need to do some restructuring and address a few things. First of all, fuck this cold, because I feel like shit. Kind of a shitty situation I talked about a little bit yesterday, but I was a little bit late on my rent. That's my bad, obviously, but the landlord that I was working with was not very cooperative, and I actually wasn't under a tenancy agreement, which I should have been, which really made things bad for me. Because if I was, then some of the things that he did would have been against the tenancy agreement. But it's kind of over with. I got my stuff. I'm staying with family for a bit until I make a bit of money and find a new place, which, like I said, is okay. It's a little bit of a setback, but at the end of the day, this is gonna be the fastest route. Even though, I don't have the best relationship with my family, I'm making things work, which is what's important. So that's where we're at in terms of where I'm staying. So I'm staying at my parents' place. I'm with my family again. Second thing is, so previously, I've been recording a lot. I've been kind of lazy with the uploading and editing. I've been kind of recording things and just slapping them together and then uploading to YouTube, which is great, right? It's probably the rawest, unedited content you'll find on YouTube, which I think is great in a sense, but I'm personally not super satisfied with the quality. It's really hard to balance the time commitment with editing and actually completing the challenge. So I think I'm gonna be doing something really similar. Like, I'm not going to be putting a ton of time in, probably not putting music or anything. I'm just putting the clips in, reviewing the clips, cutting out any extra time that is gonna make people lose attention and click off the video, obviously, because nobody wants to watch nothing, right? So just some basic editing. But I do wanna try and improve the actual quality of the content. So it's gonna be better clips of me, better talking clips. I'll try and redo some stuff if I mess up. Just working towards the end goal, which is ultimately self-improvement and content improvement to a point where I get really big and I'm producing content that people like and that I like. And I'm not quite there yet, but like I said, everything takes practice, and that's what this is all about. This isn't meant to be perfect. This isn't meant to be, any of that. So it's practice. It's something to look back on, and it's a journey. This is the origin series, 0 to 100, $0 to $1 million, and we're gonna get there. So you might be doubting me at this point, and you shouldn't be, because I'm gonna get it done. obviously we had setbacks, and that was kind of the title of the last video, right? So we're doing a bit of restructuring. We've had some setbacks, and the biggest thing is complacency. So you saw a prime example of that when I just went on my hiking trip. You know, I took the opportunity, I'm like, hey, this is gonna be a lot of fun, and it turned out to be absolutely awesome, like experience of a lifetime. I've done hikes and stuff before. I've been in that same area on a sled before, but hiking the area and camping was just absolutely unreal. If you watch some of the videos on my athlete account, you will see that it's incredible. So I don't regret it by any means. I'm just gonna have to, just means I'm gonna have to make up for time in the next coming days. It's day 10 today, I believe. Restructuring is day 10. So it means I kind of have like about 23 more days to get about $1,000 or $2,000 and to start developing stage 2 so that I can start advertising that and growing that and growing that. So stage 1, so we kind of looked at the past, which is something that I wanted to cover, like what has happened so far. Now, in the future, what is the content is going to be coming up is stage 1 is still going to be trading time for money. I'm actually going to do both. So I'm going to pursue a job. So I'm going to look for a job actively, which has been tough for me, honestly. I've gotten a few offers and I've talked to people on the phone, and I think the phone calls went really well, but then, you know, they just say, I'm going to give you a call back. Who knows? Maybe they look at my social media. Maybe they see something that they don't like. Whatever the deal is, I haven't been super successful in getting jobs. So I'm taking that as a sign to push further into my desires and what I want this challenge to be, and actually landing a couple more clients. And by the way, I've actually landed clients in the past. Somebody approached me. They liked my old e-commerce store that did really well. They said, hey, can you build me one? And I wrote them a proposal for $4,200 Canadian to come out to like $3,000 something US, and he paid me. So that took me about 2 weeks to complete. He was super happy with the store, and I guess the goal is just to find more people like that want to buy. So so we're gonna look for a job actively, because that's gonna make my parents happy, and it's gonna work. You know, if I get a job that's paying really well and I can make a bit of money working a job, that's gonna be just as good. It's, you know, it's gonna be a lot more hard work. It's gonna be a bit of a tighter schedule, and it might not pay as much as working for myself, but it's a different route that gets me to the same goal. So that's kind of part of it. The other part of it is I'm gonna continue doing outreach, and I'm gonna take a lot of the advice that I've kind of been giving and put it back into, you know, I'm gonna combine a few things. So I'm gonna start actually doing cold calls instead of social media outreach, because there's too many things. Like, first of all, content creators, most of them aren't monetizing. Most of them are really young, so they don't understand the different aspects and factors of monetization and how to grow business. Most of them don't have the money, which is something that I've realized. So ultimately, going back to, actually, I think it was video 4, talking about approaching business owners about the apps, and how that's gonna be so much more effective than websites for how many reasons. I'm gonna take that approach. I'm gonna develop it tonight. I'm gonna develop a script, or not so much a script, but maybe a simple script and some steps that I wanna follow to actually start building leads. I'm gonna get a few leads done tonight, I'm hoping, as well as editing the video, and as well as a workout plan, because I'm gonna be doing home workouts for a bit. I'm just trying to lose weight right now, so it's gonna be runs, and then I'm gonna be doing like basic workouts. It's either gonna be, the Nike training app is really good. They have lots of video guided workouts, but I'll probably just build out something simple like push-ups and some simple stuff that I can just do on my own. And then I have like a mat in the shop here that I can do exercises on. It's a little bit weird. Home workouts are always weird, but it's dedication, man. That's what it is. You gotta get it done, right? So I'm gonna try to get all that stuff done tonight. I'm gonna aim for getting 100 leads a day, as in writing down 100 leads in a spreadsheet and then also calling leads. So I'll have leads prepared for the day in advance, kind of thing. I'm not sure what niche I want to go into yet for this exactly. I should really narrow it down. So that's kind of going to be the plan. I got to come up with a few more things, but that's all work for tonight. But like I said, I haven't really fell off this challenge at all. I've had a few setbacks, and complacency has been a huge thing, but that's something that I accepted, right? Like I knew that I was going to go on vacation or whatever for a little bit and go for this hike. But now we're back and we're ready to work. So I'm going to go for a run because my schedule is messed up this morning. So I'm going to do what I need to do today, which is working out, going for a run. I'm gonna do the stuff that I talked about, get back on kind of same time schedule. I might have to move things around in the morning because my parents do not like me making noise in the morning. They're very light sleepers, I guess, and they're very picky, so got to do what they want, right? And just make them happy. So move some things around. Still gonna do the workouts in the morning, I think. And yeah, there's a few more things, but I gotta check actually. I made a list. So I actually covered just about everything. The only thing that I missed is I'm gonna try and get back on a cut. So I'm gonna sorry, I just got a text actually from a job offer that just kind of got accepted. So I'm gonna start working on Friday. I'm still gonna be doing the outreach like I talked about, because ultimately if I can close a client, then I'm going to do that instead, switch to working on my own, because that frees up a lot of time and my schedule will be free. The only other thing that I want to mention was that I'm gonna try and get back on a cut. So I have a bit of oatmeal. So stupid. I don't know why I'm eating oatmeal. I could just limit myself on other stuff, but oatmeal really cuts out the cravings for me, and it really helps with like weight loss, which is what I'm going for. So I'm gonna try and cut down. I don't even know if I should be cutting this fast, but whatever. See how it goes. I'm gonna hit 160, then I'm probably gonna start eating normally again, or try and maintain it. Yeah, I think that's just about it. So tonight's there's gonna be a bit of notes. I don't know how much I'm gonna film after this. I'm gonna go for a run with the dog, if the dog will come, because he's pretty lazy. He's chilling out in his doghouse right now. But I'm gonna go for a run, gonna get that stuff done tonight. I am then going to sleep and get up early, start calling. Actually start calling, because I've said that in the past and changed plans. And that's another really big thing I want to talk about, is that obviously take me seriously, because I'm not joking when I say that I'm, doing this for real. Obviously I'm putting myself out there and I've got a lot of public accountability on the line and my reputation. So I'm doing it, and what I'm saying is to the best of my knowledge, but you also have to realize that I haven't succeeded yet. So my ideas and my processes will change over the course of learning, as I think anybody should. You figure out what works, what doesn't. Things will change. And that's just the reality of it. If I find something that works better, I'm going to switch. So, if things change, it's usually for the better. And might look stupid in my early videos if I said something that I didn't actually follow through with, but usually it's for the better. So I can guarantee you we're going to start calling tomorrow, unless something comes up that's actually urgent. Maybe my dad needs me to work and do something for him, which I'll probably do instead. But that's the plan. Come on. So we made it to the creek, My dog didn't because he doesn't have the same level of discipline that I do, but the bugs are bad, so I'm gonna start heading back. I just made a TikTok, go check it out. Yeah, not gonna waste too much time here, but keep pushing. You know, you're closer than you think. And it might get tough sometimes, but you just gotta keep going. There's gonna be setbacks. Jeez, my sweat's all over this rock. I retried that TikTok probably 12 times, but just keep pushing. You're gonna get there eventually. Just take this as a piece of inspiration. If you dedicate your life to a goal or multiple goals and you have discipline and you don't give up, there's not one single goal that you won't achieve. It's literally so easy. Everything's easy. You know, you can take it slow, you can do whatever, but it'll come in time. You'll get it done. Maybe it'll take longer than you think, but it'll happen. So don't give up. Sucker made it home before me. He cheated, he turned it on halfway. So I just got a text from the other employer I actually got a job offer from. So that's 2 for 2, I guess. I guess I was wrong with the luck thing. Just took a while. So I'm almost guaranteed I'm gonna get one of those, and then gonna work with that for a bit. Still gonna do outreach. Then also probably start stage 2, because if I'm gonna have a bit of income, that's gonna be the next step, right? So what we're gonna do now, 200 push-ups, I think that's a fair goal, plus my ab workout, plus what else was gonna do? Saw planks, I think, or whatever they're called, where you do a plank and you go forward and back to work different muscles. Kind of a sus workout, but it's supposed to be way better than a plank. Might do time lapse. I'm gonna do it regardless, but just to show you that I'm doing all 200 push-ups, because I get shit done. I'm not sure I'm gonna do them though. So, sky's kind of nice though. That was a pretty good workout. Obviously not gonna be doing 200 push-ups and 100 saw planks a day, plus my abs. It's a little bit excessive. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But that was a lot. I don't know if you could see, but the mat was covered in sweat. Most of it evaporated, but that's how you get rid of a cold. I'm probably not, but if you're gonna say it, you better do it. So, and that's probably all I'm gonna film tonight. Might do one more TikTok. I'm gonna do the notes. I'm gonna post everything tonight, regardless of how much of the notes I get done and or leads. Notes is gonna be like first priority, and then I'm gonna get through most of the leads, I hope. But you can only do so much in a few hours, so I wanna be, my schedule is more important than anything. So if I have to finish the leads in the morning, I'll do that, but that, yeah, I think that's it. So a bit of a change of plans. I'm not gonna be cutting exclusively on oatmeal because I don't have very much, so I'm just gonna be eating what we have here. It's probably better for me, to be honest, because I don't think oatmeal is very good for you in the long run. So I'm gonna be cutting on just like the food that we have here, and probably pretty aggressively because I do everything to the max. But like I said, it's probably a better decision all around, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, I'm gonna hop in the shower. We're gonna have a shower. It's already 9:09, so I'm probably not gonna have time for the leads, but I'll definitely get the notes done, what I need to do, at least for today. I'm gonna refine them a little bit tomorrow. I'm gonna do leads in the morning tomorrow, because I can't run or have a shower too early because my mom's a pretty light sleeper. So that's kind of the plan, and the rest of it will stick. So we're definitely gonna get up in the morning. My schedule's been off a little bit, but we're gonna get up at 4:30, see if I can not sleep through my alarms. Probably gonna have to add more, but that's just a problem that I had here, and it came back on the first day that I came back, so we gotta correct that. It's just excuses, you know. I make excuses too, and sometimes I succumb to them, and like this morning was one of those times where, you know, I was making excuses about not bothering my mom and all that kind of stuff, but in reality, none of that stuff matters. There's always ways around. So it's those little mental blocks that you have to push past, and it's tough sometimes, but that's the game. So just don't be a bitch. I was a bitch this morning. I'm not gonna be a bitch tomorrow. You guys all need to stop being bitches. Get your shit together. Song's kind of a vibe, not gonna lie, but definitely gonna get copyrighted, so I'm trying to talk quite a bit, but we got things to do. So see you in the morning, I guess, and read the notes, because there's gonna be quite a bit, I think, depending on how much I get done before 10 o'clock. So looks like I lied again, but that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but things change, like I was talking about. I need to eat because I haven't ate. Okay. We ran and worked out fasted. So we're having some of this, like one bowl or two. So I'm not gonna overdo it, but that's what I need to eat. So